Welcome to the Wandering Podcast. This is your host, Rihanna Ritter. I am here with Tammy Nevin, and she is the founder of Happy Soul Wellness. And Tammy believes that health should be a pleasurable, lifelong journey that is accessible to everyone. And that is the driving force behind the company she started. Welcome, Tammy.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to dive in and get to know you a bit. So,
Yes.
holistic health, um, what kind of got you started on that journey? Because, our culture is not all about holistic health for the large part.
Exactly. So how it started, I was a real estate agent, burnt out during COVID, and I could not find anything. I'd come home, work a lot, and well, take that back, I guess. So I was a real estate agent, but I was also caring for my in-laws that one had Parkinson's and one had dementia. We did have to put them in assisted living, unfortunately, but I was pretty much my husband's an only child. So caring for them, COVID, real estate. I have three kids as well, and the stress was killing me. So I thought something had to change. So I started just doing research on self-care, things that I could do in my own home. Um, Even back then the spas weren't open and the closest spa is like 40 minutes from us. So I'm in rural Wisconsin. So there's not a lot out here.
Yeah.
Um, but just a lot of research, and I just wasn't finding what I was looking for. And then I started diving into red light therapy and more holistic practices. Um, and that's where it all the idea started. Like, okay, I need more people to learn about this and how wonderful it is. I at that time I just turned 50, but at that time I was close to 50, just wanting even something for anti-aging, just to make me feel better about myself. So that's kind of where it all started.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. Uh, you want to tell us a little bit about what red light therapy does?
Yes. Red light therapy, I mean, it helps. Well, for one thing, I started looking into it. It helps with collagen production. So it helps with wrinkles. It helps with different skin issues. It helps with psoriasis, issues like that. It actually helps pain relief. A lot of people take red light therapy when they have muscle issues or they hurt themselves. So it's been studied for years, but it's just now starting to get into the mainstream where more people are starting to learn about it. And there's actually other color therapies that help with other issues. Blue light therapy helps with acne. There's purple light therapy that is actually blue and red combined. So there's just so much out there that I had no idea existed. And just started, just doing a lot of research on that and stuff. And I think that was the biggest thing. Like nobody around me knew what red light therapy was. So I'm like, people need to know about it.
Yeah, you're in rural Wisconsin, closest spa
Yeah.
40 minutes away. So I imagine what you're talking about is kind of revolutionary in that area. We see stuff like this in maybe big cities,
Yeah.
but so how did you find light therapy at all?
Um, so just doing, and honestly, I don't even know like when the light bulb came off, as far as that. I just started doing research online and then started buying certain products and little red light therapy devices and things like that, is when I really, started it and realized that this is just such a great thing for people. And then that's when it led me down the path of, okay, I need to let more people know about this. But then there's also other wellness activities that you can do that are not expensive, that just help your mind, you know? So I know you talk about journaling, I've just started more, and with Happy Soul, it's not just red light therapy. It's about just taking care of yourself. We have other products that are like dry brushing, which has been around for centuries. And
Curious
just,
about that. Haven't seen that
yes,
before.
yes. So dry brushing is the Egyptians dry brushed. So, well, I have a dry brush right here. But it just really helps with detoxifying and removing all the dead skin. And it just, and like with this dry brush, it's got copper. So copper is it's a conductor of energy. So that just with the friction and stuff, that helps even more. So just learning more about the holistic benefits of things like that, that's been around forever, but I never really, knew about it or knew how it could help. It's really good for lymphatic drainage. So that's huge for people with, well, my mother has cancer, so try to get her to dry brush,
Yeah.
just to drain your, lymphatic system too. So things like that, taking
Yeah.
time to just enjoy the moments, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, journaling, meditation. I like to do a lot of uh, work with my emotions. I have like a background of growing up in a cult and family generational abuse patterns, and so uh, finding myself at 40 like in a constant freeze or fawn response.
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
um, yeah, have you, so I mean, the way that I found that was by beginning the entrepreneurial journey. So for you, going from real estate into founding this company, how was that transition for you?
You know, it's been a very long transition. I still hold my real estate license, so I still wear many hats in my life right now. Um, Hopefully not forever, but this is definitely more of my true calling. Letting people know more about the holistic benefits of even mindfulness. We have uh, our website. We have a lot of blog posts, and it's not just about products. It's doing things for yourself that doesn't have to cost any money. Grounding, for instance. Um, More in this journey, I learned more about just taking care of myself, and that taking care of yourself is not selfish. That is the biggest thing that I had to really retrain my brain with 3 kids and, a husband, that I always thought it was selfish to to take care of myself the way I wanted to. So, but yeah, just there's a lot of things that people can practice that don't cost any money. Just get outside and take your shoes off, you
Yeah,
know?
absolutely. But it's so common for, I don't know if it's just this culture, Western culture, it's the one I'm most familiar with, but for women to be trained basically to be subservient and to put everyone else before them and to not want anything and to kind of neglect themselves. So it is an intense mind shift, and it actually kind of took a lot for me to make that. I still like, I'm
Yeah.
a single mom now, and um, I catch myself jumping up whenever my kids say they need something, and I'm like, I'm
Me too.
enabling them to be entitled and helpless by doing that.
Yes.
So I need to let them get up and get things for themselves.
I am very, ask anyone. I am I do the same exact thing, and I'm a work in progress every single day myself. So
Yeah,
because
me
that's what
too.
we're used to. That's what we did. And it does our children. And now like my youngest is 20 now, so it's, but it does them no good.
Right.
I've learned my lesson after the first two, and now the third one, like she's the one that is the most, she doesn't need me to do a lot. So
Yeah,
but
self-sufficient. Yeah. Yeah, my
yep,
daughter last night
absolutely.
we were talking about I was getting her dinner and she's 11. So she could, she's not going to make a full meal, but she can heat some pizza up, right? But she's
Yeah.
like, so I said, we're going to have to put you in after school cooking classes. And she's like, no, I don't, I hate cooking. I don't need to learn that. And I said, honey, it's a basic life skill like going potty on the toilet. Like it's not, you
Yep.
don't have to love it. It's everybody needs to know how to do basic feeding of themselves.
Exactly, exactly. And in 10 years, she'll probably, when she knows how to cook, she'll be glad she did.
Yeah, yeah. They always, that's part of it too. We're working, we're doing the household stuff. We've got kids, we've got a partner that we're trying to maintain some kind of connection with. And
Mhm.
when the children argue and say they don't want to do something, it's like adding this extra layer of, oh my gosh, which battle do I want to pick today? Like I've,
Right.
I've fought battles all day.
Yep, yep. And my biggest thing too was just like I always thought like as far like cleaning the house, having them clean stuff. Oh no, I can do it better. I just want to get it done right. And that was a big mistake because that no, let them do it. It doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. I should have done more of that. I can't take it back, but I mean, it's let them do it even if it's not perfect. So
Yeah, I think
learn that lesson.
that is so important for women to hear, or even men. Like even my kid's dad, like because he wants it perfect, won't let them do anything. It won't let them make a
Yep.
mistake. Won't let them spill something
Mm,
and clean it up. But like, and it's like,
right.
how are they going to learn to function?
Exactly. We're raising monsters when we don't allow them to do that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say monsters. I mean, that is a harsh word, but you know what I mean? They just need to be self-sufficient. Like,
Yeah.
like I was very self-sufficient. I had a single mom. She worked nights. I grew up real quick. I didn't want my kids to have that type of life, but the way I was raised is the way I am. So I feel like I should have had it be a little harder for them.
I know what you mean. Like I was afraid that there's this concept that your children, I don't know if you've heard of soul contracts, but it's a concept that we all like decide with other souls before we enter a body what
Oh,
roles we're going
yes.
to play in each other's lives, and these are the things I want to learn, so I want you to do this and you to do that, and I want to have this challenge and that, joy and whatever.
Hmm.
And so the concept is that our children chose to come through us and all of our interesting quirks. And
Uh,
when we try to completely change who we are, that we may not be serving them in the way that maybe their soul desired to be served.
sure. Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That
it's a
definitely makes
question.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
one way of
Uh,
thinking. That's
Yes, it
another thing
is.
about beliefs and raising kids, um,
Yeah.
allowing
That's,
them to. So many parents just need their kids to be a mini me, and they like we're
mhm.
often playing out our own child wounds,
Yes.
in all of our relationships, including raising our kids. So, um,
Yes.
have you had that experience at all?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Um, I mean, I of course, I mean, mini me. I don't even know about a mini me. I almost would have liked. I tried. There's a lot of things that I tried giving my kids that I didn't have.
Yeah.
So, that was more of what I did, just tried because, I lived a very poor childhood. So,
Yeah.
so that was the biggest thing for me is just trying to give them more of what I didn't have. Um, but I think all of them, they're pretty good. They weren't they don't have a silver spoon in their mouth by any means. I mean, they're good girls. So so they all work and do their own thing. It's amazing how different they all are though,
Yeah.
they're raised in the same household, but not one of them is remotely alike.
That is so interesting. You think you kind of get something down with the
Yeah.
first one and then the next ones and then
Mm-hmm. Completely different.
yeah.
Which isn't a
Yeah.
bad thing, but it just makes it a little more difficult.
Yeah. It's a surprise. Motherhood
Yeah.
is so different than I think what most of us
Uh,
expect. I
oh
uh
gosh, yeah.
I think I'm similar to you where my whole deal was to give my kids everything that I didn't get. And so I give them a lot of freedom and then I give them a lot of gifts at holidays because we didn't celebrate holidays growing up. And so
Oh
my
yeah.
their dad's parents, their grandparents would look at like all of the gifts that I was buying and they would be like, whoa, like you don't have to take them to Disneyland for every birthday. So now they have this expectation. I mean, they're still young, but they have this expectation of that kind of treatment regularly. And I'm like,
Yeah.
we
Oh,
just divorced in the last year, so things are different.
oh,
And
sure. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's been quite the journey to
Yeah. Big change for them too, I mean, it's yeah, if I could take my kids to Disneyland every birthday or Disney World, I love Disney World, but I would do it.
yeah,
My
yeah.
husband, my husband wouldn't be so happy about it, but I would do it.
So when
But it is
you
now.
go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. I'm sorry about that. No, I was gonna say yeah, it's got to be it's hard for kids, but kids are so resilient and they will be okay, even if they're missing out on a few things that they're used to.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
it makes them stronger.
It does. It's interesting to see all of the self-judgment that I had, like thinking they won't want to be around me
Yeah.
if I don't spend. Like there was one day we were at In and Out, and my daughter looked at me and she was like, "What's wrong?" And normally I just wouldn't say anything. I'd be like, "Yeah, whatever, brush it off. I'm
Mm-hmm.
fine." And I'm
Mm-hmm.
finding that that's not always actually as helpful as we think. So I just told her,
Yeah.
I'm just noticing that I'm thinking that if I don't spend a ton of money on you guys, that I'm not a good mother. And she was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh. And it was so cute to see her like
Aw.
have that kind of compassion. And um, she was like, that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
true. And
And Hmm. And that's good that you put it out there so that, she'll think next time, or if they want something and they're being, um, well, judgmental or whatever about it, they'll think, oh, mom, I don't want mom to think that. So
yeah,
I think it's a good thing that you did put it out there,
yeah,
uh, for them. So, and sometimes kids too, like, it's okay not to keep everything from them. I mean, there's definitely certain things you should keep from them, but sometimes it's good for them to kind of think through things, I think.
yeah. To have a little vulnerability to show them humanity. Like sometimes we try to act
Yeah.
like these happy little robots. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that we might think that that is healthy for them, but then what do they do with their emotions that are not happiness? They don't know. They don't have any guidance.
Absolutely. My kids growing up, I was that, tried everything's perfect, nothing's, and I don't know if that did anything bad or not,
Yeah.
but you're right. It's good, I think, the other way around, just to not be little happy robots all the time. So,
Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting balance though. Like you said, there are some things that should be kept from them. Like certainly don't want to make
mhm.
them feel like bad that I was buying them in and out in that moment, right? I want them to
Right,
enjoy their in and out. But
right. Don't want them to
but
feel guilty.
yeah, it's an interesting balance to learn how to communicate that without making it about them. And even if you don't make it about them, kids make it about them. That they just do
Hmm.
naturally. So
Yep,
so
absolutely.
with you growing up with a single mom and being poor, when you so there's a couple ways that that tends to affect people. So being a real estate agent, like did you have beliefs about money, real estate agent throughout your journey going into business for yourself, like what to charge, how to market yourself? Did you have any difficulty with things like that?
Oh yeah. Because you have when you and I made, pretty decent money as a real estate agent. I mean, it's bootstrapped my Happy Soul company, but um you have an imposter syndrome, like that you're not worthy of it. But I worked my tail off. I mean, I still work my tail off. So you just have to, and it's really hard to change that mindset growing up with, friends that had way more than I had. But that also gave me a drive to want something and want to become something. And I think just going from nothing, I it gives you more of a drive to really try to make a difference in the world and be happy, with what you have and that's the biggest thing I think.
I haven't
Um,
heard it framed that way. It gives you a drive to make a difference in the world. I think it does. That was my
mhm.
experience with it. So that's
Yeah,
really interesting.
yeah. I mean, it's because as a little girl, you do wish for things, and you like why, and a lot of times you don't understand, like, oh, they got a new car, and you know what I mean? Like your neighbor kids, you got to go to their house, and it was so much nicer, and it's like, why,
Did
So
you ever
I
feel like you had like two parts at war with each other, like a rebel, like I deserve that, and then that unworthy part that's
oh
like, no, I
yes.
don't. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. But it made me, growing up, I mean, gosh, I had 3 jobs for years and years. I started working at 10 babysitting because I did not want to be poor. I was not going to be poor. I was not going to, I wanted to be able to, have decent things. That's where I think the drive came in, where I will work. I didn't do sports in high school because I wanted to work because I wanted money. I didn't want to be poor. So
Yeah.
there's things I wish I changed though. Like I would have, when I look back, it makes me sad that I wasn't really in sports because it's such a team thing, and I think it would have been really good for me, but I was more worried about having money so I could buy things. But I mean, I think I was probably 15's the last time I really asked my mom for money. I just, I had money then, so she didn't have to give me money. So I think it it's funny though how different things change. Like I said, and then we help our kids out more than we probably should because
Right.
we don't want them to be broke all the time or whatever. But it builds a lot of character though when you struggle a little bit, I think.
I agree.
And and
Yeah.
sometimes you don't want to struggle as hard as you did, of course, there's a happy medium, I think.
Yeah, yeah. There's a so in Happy Soul Wellness, do you have a team or are you solopreneur for now or
I I'm pretty much solo right now. I do have a small team just of there's no full-time or part-time workers. I just do um I can't think of the word for it.
contract?
Freelance. Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
contract work and stuff like that. So I'm hoping in about 6 months to um, I've done like contract work for advertising and social media and stuff like that here and there, but nothing full-time, part-time yet. So that's my next goal to
Yeah.
be able to scale it a little more and bring someone in who knows a little more than I do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that know a lot more than I do, so that's my next vision.
Yeah.
'Cause
What areas are you thinking like on business side or marketing side or
yeah, more marketing. Um, I think, I have this vision and it's just hard to get it out there as quickly as I would like. So it's more of the marketing side, branding side of it is what I'm looking
yeah.
for. Yeah.
That does seem to be such a struggle for so many of us.
Yes, yes. It's like, well, they say, slow growth is best though. So, it's been an amazing journey so far. I started in 2022 is when I launched my first product, and it's been amazing though. Hearing from customers and how some things products have helped them, and that's what I live for. I mean, that's the greatest thing. So I didn't realize how special it would be, when I first started it. So
Yeah, that's really cool.
yeah.
I saw on your website a serum, but I didn't see what it's
Oh
about.
yes. That's our blue tansy and berry hydrating serum, and that's all natural. Blue tansy is good for inflammation. It's just a really good plant. It's got cherry seed oil, blackberry seed oil, rosehip oil. Um, it's just a beautiful fragrance, and it's all natural. That's made in Indiana, actually. Um, and it's a great serum. I'll have to get your address and send you a bottle of
All
it.
right.
So check it out.
That sounds cool.
Send me your address. I'll get you one. I love it. Like I said, I just turned 50, and I used to, of course, before I started this journey of holistic well-being, I would put everything on my face that I possibly could, and none of it's good for you. There's so much stuff that's just not good to put on your skin, but it says it helps with wrinkles, so of course, you're gonna do it. Um, but my serum, that is the only thing I use. Morning and night, I'll use that serum, and I don't use anything else for hydrating. So I love it.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It just feels good. It smells good, and it's just a nice little bottle there.
Yeah. When you look at the ingredients on most products, like there's almost always alcohol in them, skin products, and
Hmm.
you're trying to get a moisturizer. And it's like,
Yep, exactly.
seems like that'll dehydrate.
Yes, yes. This has no drying alcohols.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree with you. And I don't know, I was just oblivious to just everything, I mean, just uh yeah, what moisturizers and makeup and everything else has in it and stuff, fragrances, things like that, how they really are not good for you. I mean, I never really paid attention till going down this journey. So if anything, that's all been a blessing to me for sure.
oh yeah, for sure, because you're putting fewer toxins in your body, and you're also
Mhm.
like with the dry brushing, lymphatic drainage is
Yeah.
extremely important. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, well, I think we have a tendency to just trust what the market has out there, and
Hmm.
um, we're just finding that that's not the best stance to
Right.
take.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I am not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I still use things that I probably shouldn't use, but I'm a work in progress.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
So
mean,
every
I
little bit
eat
helps.
Doritos
Oh, me
sometimes
too. Me
because I
too
love them.
sometimes. Me too.
Not trying to
Chocolate.
say I'm perfect. Yeah.
No, no. Yeah, chocolate is my nemesis. Like chocolate cake, chocolate brownies, that's my nemesis. But all in
I
moderation, that's all.
yeah, I eat a few squares of dark chocolate, like really dark chocolate every
Oh,
day. I
yes.
see it as taking a vitamin. I don't feel guilty about
Yes.
it.
Yep. Nope. You got your antioxidants, so that's
That's
great.
it.
I love dark chocolate too. It's my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
That's good
Um,
stuff.
yeah. So, some of your other products, I saw like a red light therapy belt. Is that used during
Yes.
workouts or
You
after
can,
for
you,
recovery?
yeah, you can use that during workouts. That one has been more selling for people that have like back pain or shoulder pain. Um, and that therapy belt's a plug-in, but you can also get it, you can hook it up to a battery pack. So, and it's got a nice pocket for your battery pack and stuff. So, most people use that for just shoulder pain, back pain, like working out if you have, a little bit of dull pain and stuff. And that's a good thing. Um, and it's got the red and infrared light. The infrared light gets deeper down into the tissue than the actual red light. So, we have our infrared sauna. We have two sauna blankets. One's a larger one, and that helps for the infrared heat is a more, it's a hotter type heat and really gets into your system. And that's really good for relaxation and detoxing. You really sweat. You really sweat in the sauna blankets. So kind of nice to do
Well,
that after working out and before a shower.
yeah.
My when it's 90 degrees out, I don't usually use my sauna blanket, but in Wisconsin in the fall through spring, I'm religious at it.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, I live in the
Mm.
desert and it's like
Oh,
108 today, so
oh
uh,
man.
it's gonna start cooling down here pretty soon. I can feel it in the
Crazy.
morning and at night, thank goodness. So,
Oh, yeah,
but
actually I'm surprised it's been like 90, 94 this week here, and our humidity is terrible here.
oh,
So it's warm too. It
yeah,
happens a few times a year.
it doesn't feel like we need heat therapy with that kind of heat.
Right,
Maybe
exactly.
cold plunges.
Yep, yep.
Have you done any
So
cold plunging?
I did it once. It's very difficult. I'd like to do more. I just haven't gotten to that part yet. I know all these people, it's kind of the rage right now with cold plunging and stuff. Like sauna or not sauna, but a hot tub and cold plunge. I'm like, oh my gosh, my system. But I know what's good for you. So, yeah, I'm kind of I don't know, I'm kind of a wimp.
I
Have,
haven't
have
done
you done
that
it?
much cold plunging. I've done, yeah. And so I actually had a friend, we went to her property and it was sauna, cold plunge, sauna, cold plunge. So, like for you, you could cold plunge and then blanket, which would be
There you
cool.
go. Yep,
Um, but
exactly.
yeah, it is difficult. It's quite something to get yourself to get in that water and then to calm down and like breathe normally. Like it's
Right.
really
Without
it,
like having yeah, like
yeah, it's more than just
hyperventilating.
yeah, it's more than just your, tissues and like repairing muscle, and it's like it's a whole mental thing too. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it again. It was tough. I did not stay in there long enough, as long as I should have when I tried it, but we'll
yeah, I
try it
think
again.
the longest I've done it is maybe 7 minutes, probably
Ooh,
7 minutes.
wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome. I think
never.
I was maybe like two, if that. So,
Yeah. In the
I
winter
mean,
here, the pool gets cold enough, like not super cold, but it's 50 that you can,
oh, sure. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Get,
something.
get some good benefits. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I know I even try to give myself a cold shower because I know how good it is, but it's like, okay, it doesn't last long. So you just need to work yourself up to it. I just need to, take the time to do that.
Yeah. Did you have, so when you were sourcing your products and doing this research, were you having chronic pain or was it more stress that you were trying to relieve?
It was more stress. I actually have not had pain. Thank God. None of it was for pain relief. It was all for stress. And I started, um, reading up on what stress does to you. I mean, people get cancer from having too much stress. So that's what really scared me. Like, I don't want to get sick just from all of the stress in my life. So, yeah, it was mostly just stress relief, trying to make myself but look better, feel better, um, just from, you know, aging and being self-conscious about that. But no pain yet, and I hope to keep it that way.
Yeah, yeah, that's really good. I
Yeah.
it's similar for me. It was all about stress. I had like intense during a certain job that wasn't a good fit. Like I had intense like stomach pain, just
Oh,
but I
yeah.
could tell that it was just stress. It was really,
Yeah.
and I lasted a year doing that, and I told myself I'm gonna get a chronic or you know
Yeah.
deathly like cancer or something, and I've got to
Mm-hmm.
stop it. It's so important for us to listen to our bodies
Yes.
when they
Yes.
start telling us things like that.
Absolutely. Life is way too short, to be in such a stressful state all the time. And that fight or flight mode. It's not worth it. Not worth it.
No, and I think a lot of people go to the doctor when they have symptoms, even though they know that
Yeah.
their life circumstances are a bit overwhelming or like they're
Hmm.
not, if you're in a marriage where it's just not working, you're not connected. And so often like having kids, we as mothers particularly disconnect from our sexuality. It's like we have this
Hmm.
belief that I'm either a mother or I'm a sexual being,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so that can really throw a wrench in marriage. um,
Yeah. Sure can.
did you have any of
Sure
that?
can. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Very much so. And, just being tired and just not feeling like it and like no desire whatsoever. Um, yeah, that went on off and on for many years. And then comes the perimenopause. And, now I'm like going through menopause, which that on top of it is a huge, factor of not feeling that way at all. um, and actually most recently, um, having I actually got blood tested because I started looking up the symptoms of perimenopause, which actually red light therapy is good for that as well. That helps. I didn't even do enough research on that before, but with going through menopause, low estrogen, low testosterone, I mean, you have no sex drive whatsoever. You also, brain fog is a real thing too. And that was my biggest symptom. Well, along with, low libido, but a lot of women don't realize, because I never had hot flashes, I never had night sweats, I didn't get enraged about anything, no mood swings whatsoever. The only thing was pretty much brain fog, like forgetting stuff, and then doing research that, wow, that's a huge, huge sign of perimenopause and menopause. Um, and I got tested, and my testosterone levels were next to nothing. Estrogen, everything was like almost zilch. So I did
Wow.
just recently start hormone replacement, and that, I mean, I've only been on it for about a month, but it's definitely started to help. So um, that's one thing too. If you have women that there's a lot of weird symptoms, pain that you never had pain before, that your doctor's telling you have something else, it might not be. So I'd definitely get tested for your hormones for sure.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. And I think that's also some of the, did you have something to add?
Oh, no, no.
Oh, okay. um,
Sorry. I'm like,
no worries. Yeah. So I think something to add to that is like the disconnection that we can have from our bodies because of all the stress, because of all the demands on us. And then those like feelings of, I mean, for me growing up, we had a lot of sexual shame like around
oh, yes. Yeah.
and body shame. And I think we grew up in the era of purity culture. And so there was a
Hmm.
lot in our society, like even if you didn't go to a Christian fundamentalist church, it was still pervasive throughout society because a lot of even
Mm.
our politicians are Christian fundamentalists or and so the
Hmm.
things that they speak on and the platform and then the agendas they push are very much women were basically taught that we should be virgins. And then the concept of the Virgin Mary, like having Jesus, like, oh, she had
Yeah.
this wonderful child and she was a virgin. Like,
Right.
we're like, oh.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
perfect, wonderful man came out of a woman who was a virgin. So like all of the
Right.
kind of things that will do to your mind that you don't really realize. You're like,
It's,
oh yeah, I'm not supposed to want anything sexually.
yeah.
And
It's
um,
such a shame. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. I can't imagine, you know, reading up on things like that, and it's sad. Sad with the child, that a lot of the childhood was um, tarnished because of that.
yeah, yeah. It's just one of the you grow up and then you don't realize that there's a whole other way of looking at things out there in the world
Hmm.
and a whole other way of being. And so I think I
Yeah.
mentioned beliefs before and like the whole mini me thing with our
Hmm.
kids. I'm just trying to make sure my kids understand that just because that friend and their family are saying that that's what's true about God and about our bodies, and that is one opinion, and it
Yeah.
could be true. But there's this whole thing, and there's that whole thing, and these could all be true.
Hmm.
And like don't get yourself
Absolutely.
too narrow in one way of thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Um, and that's just it. Everyone, I mean, one thing's true today that might not be true tomorrow, and it just depends on who you talk to.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
the or someone said there's no truth to anything because I mean, there's one person that might believe one truth, and I mean, there's so many things out there about that. We could have a whole episode on that.
Yeah, that there's no objective reality because we're all
Yeah,
subjectively looking at things from our past
exactly.
experience. Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Absolutely. So that could go on. So,
That's fun. It's fun to get into those rabbit holes, but then it's also easy to get lost in them and kind
oh
of
yeah.
disconnect from. But there is some kind of objective reality, even if it's just mine. Like I
Yeah,
still have things I need to
yeah.
get done.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. That's just it. I just like to be in my own little bubble.
yeah.
My husband says that's not a good thing though. I need to know more about what's going on in the world.
Oh
But I just
yeah.
like my little bubble. So, nothing bad happens in my little bubble, but that's that you can't live like that either, I guess.
Yeah. And in some ways it's like I can watch the news, but that's not actually happening to me or
Right.
anywhere near me. And I'm here creating a whole life. Like you've created a business and it's something that serves people and it's like a beautiful mission.
Mhm.
So I think some of us are here to create beauty and not focus
Yeah.
on tragedy. Like, and
Absolutely.
I don't think there's anything wrong
Yes.
with that.
No, no. And anytime I watch the news, it's anxiety, high anxiety. And it depends on which channel you watch. You don't know what's true either. So
Right.
you don't know what's true on Facebook. You don't know the truth about anything, I guess. But yeah, no, I know we need to know what's going on, but it does bring pretty high anxiety. So I try to stay away from it as much as I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like the possibility to, have you ever heard of what an empath is?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I've
So
heard
like
that.
it's like a person that kind of picks up on other people's stuff, energy,
Mm-hmm.
emotional baggage, even physical symptoms, and they kind of like allow it to come into their body and they feel it. And
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
yeah, I mean, I've definitely been that for most of my life because I was so busy trying to manage the chaos that was in my house growing up that I thought
Oh shit.
if I could just control everybody by
Mm,
feeling their emotions and intervening, that that would make me safe and really just
mm.
made me exhausted.
Oh yeah. I can imagine.
And
I can't
yeah, yeah.
can't imagine.
So when if you're a person that notices that that kind of stuff just makes you feel terrible, I mean, I think
Mm-hmm.
it's good to know yourself and to be like, I'm just going to close my field to that because
Yeah.
it's not serving me, it's not helping me in my beautiful mission in the world, it's not
Yeah.
helping me be a great mother or a lover or a real estate
Mm-hmm.
agent or
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, that's the key. Just do what your heart tells you to do.
yeah, yeah. Do you have any immediate goals for the business or future products or
Yes, we're actually launching a few more products. So we have a dry face brush coming out within the next month that will be launching, and kind of goes along with our dry body brush. Um, and the face brush is really good for lymphatic drainage. Um, we also have a little handheld light therapy device. It's just a little bit bigger than your cell phone. You can take on the go with you. It's red light and infrared light therapy. I love this little thing. It's not too heavy, and um, that's just really compact and stuff. Um, and a little massager. So like lots of things in the works right now still. And just to get the word out about Happy Soul, about self-care, um, that it's just we all deserve to feel good and just take time for ourselves. So that's the biggest thing, is just getting the word out, and giving people more information on things that they can do that will really help their mental health, physical health, things like that.
Yeah, I love that little handheld red light peeking. I tore my
Yes.
MCL like, I don't know, 10 weeks ago.
Oh,
And
oh
so
my
it's
gosh.
like almost good.
Oh,
But I think
yes.
that some light therapy could really like
Oh,
get
absolutely.
over the top. Yeah.
Yep, yep. It absolutely should help. I mean, people actually do red light therapy on their pets too. It has helped like joint pain and muscle pain and stuff for pets. So it's not just for human use. Horses, I mean, they use red light therapy on horses all the time too. So there's definitely something. Oh, sorry about that. It's not going away, and there's been hundreds of studies on it, and it's a pretty neat thing.
Yeah. Therapies without side effects are very
Yeah.
much more
Yeah,
beneficial than taking drugs or painkillers or, masking a symptom rather than
exactly.
really dealing with the root cause. Do
Oh,
you,
exactly.
if you had, you know, a word of advice or something that shifted you out of the mindset of being selfless to understanding and really putting self-care as a priority for yourself, like what was the mind shift that happened for you, or what's some advice you could give someone to make that shift, to understand,
Mhm.
that they can listen to their own needs rather than what somebody's telling them what they need?
The big shift was seeing my in-laws decline like so fast. My mother-in-law got Parkinson's. I think she was like 55, 54. And she had it for 20 years, a little over 20 years before she passed away. But, uh, and my father-in-law declined very quickly with dementia. But I think just seeing them decline so quickly, and she was the biggest penny pincher, um, and she would never want to spend her money. Well, guess what? The nursing home took most of it, and I think to see them I mean, they're in their mid 70s. I don't know. I feel like we should be able to live longer than that. They didn't drink, they didn't smoke, um, they had a garden, but there's just things that happened. But just knowing how quickly they declined, how short life really truly is, like, I want to be able to be around, as long as I can and feel good. I mean, if I'm going to be around, I want to be able to feel good. I don't want to be, decrepit in a wheelchair at 70 years old. So that with the stress and, just knowing about how it can wreak havoc on your body and stuff, and seeing loved ones just dwindle, and that just that was the mind shift for me, of just seeing people that I felt should have lasted longer in life, because it's short. You don't, just try to take care of everything you can before, um, Western medicine, it's, you know, they don't, they treat illness. They don't tell you how to stay healthy. And people need to teach people how to stay healthy. So you don't need Western medicine. So you don't
Yeah.
need drugs. There's so many things you can do to stay healthy before you become sick. Because
Yeah,
that's my take on it, I guess.
absolutely. And I think we often focus on like diet and exercise, and we are learning a lot about stress management, but like when we don't deal
Hmm.
with traumas from the past and like work through
Yep.
them, like I'm sure that you saw in with patients that have dementia, all of their like inner child fears come out, like the random
Hmm.
things. It seems random, but really what they're saying is something that happened to them that they never resolved and
Yeah.
never healed from, and
Hmm.
led them into that disease. And then, you know,
Yep.
so
I agree. Yeah, 100%. And it's crazy how many people have Alzheimer's, are getting Alzheimer's and dementia, and it's just such a sad disease. Um, I mean, yeah, diet and exercise are important, but like you said, I mean, the mental health, stress, sleep. I mean,
yeah,
sleep's a huge thing.
yeah,
You need sleep for, you need enough sleep for your body. That's one of the, I mean, most aging things you can do is not get enough sleep too. So, there's just a
so
lot of
many
little
of us
things you can
don't
do.
sleep
Mm-hmm.
enough, right? We have interrupted sleep.
Absolutely. Yep. And well, that was actually another with perimenopause and menopause, not being able to sleep because your cortisol levels. That's a huge thing too. That was actually um, another side effect that I had that I forgot about, but that it's helped. So um, sleep is so important.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, diet and exercise are important. Like, but that's the
Hmm.
whole thing about holistic health. All of it matters equally.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely. There's not one fix for anything. There's
no,
a myriad of fixes
yeah,
for something. So, absolutely.
yeah, and being in joy and creativity and having that part of ourselves as a major part, and not shutting it out because we have to work and make money, you know.
Yes. And we forget that. I mean, I forget that. I always say I'm still a work in progress and it'll never be perfect. I know it won't, but every little thing you can do to help, um, just stop and smell the roses, they say.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, Tammy. It's been really awesome getting to know you and
You
learning about Happy
too.
Soul Wellness. Thank you for telling us about it and your journey.
Thank you for having me so much. I really appreciate it. And it was a pleasure talking to you too.
Yeah, and we'll keep in touch.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, bye.
Bye.